Neal, when and how the idea of a new album was born?
You know, our management had cut a deal with Walmart, and they wanted us to redo the greatest hits and maybe add 3 new songs. And the more I thought about it, the more I was pretty uncomfortable with the idea of not doing 11 new songs or 12 new songs with the greatest hits as well. So I pushed to have the new record be, a full-length CD. And I pretty much pushed that myself, yeah.
Why in this project do not participate Steve Perry and Steve Smith?
Steve Perry has not wanted to participate in anything we've done since 1986. So he's been long gone. I hope he's going to sing again soon and maybe put out a solo record. I don't know what he's doing because he doesn't keep in contact. Steve Smith has chose to move on and do he's got his own band, Vital Information, which is pretty much a jazz fusion band, and that's the music that he chose that he wants to play, and he was not interested in coming back.
Please tell us, Neal, how Arnel Pineda joined the band.
Okay, I found Arnel by searching on YouTube for I looked under, male rock soul singers and went through, hundreds of singers, and probably about a day and a half into it, I ran across a link that was Arnel singing some Survivor song, and, I followed it back to his site, and I saw that he was in a band that did a little bit of everybody in the Philippines at the Hard Rock Cafe. And so I started listening to the 40 clips, and I was just completely blown away by his vocal abilities. And so I proceeded to contact him that night through the internet, through one of his friends, Noel, who had built the site for him, and Noel got a hold of Arnel. And it was not an easy task, though. He thought it was a prank call from me. He thought somebody was just pulling a not so nice joke, and so finally I convinced him that it was me, and he called, and we spoke, and then I called him back, and we spoke some more, and then I convinced him to come out and audition for the band. And so he flew out once we got his visa and all his papers in order, which took about a month and a half. We got him out here, and he just killed the stuff, and everybody in the band loved him. He was the vocalist I thought he was, and more. And so we love Arnel completely. I loved him from the second I heard his voice. I thought he had, just an amazing ability to be able to sing anything.
Why did you make this album in an independent way? I mean, not a giant record company.
Well, you know what? The day I think of large record companies and them really getting behind you, like pretty much like CBS did to Journey in the beginning, are over. They really don't. I really feel like they don't do that much for you, and they're more interested in very young acts, and they sort of go with the flavor of the month, and they stick an artist out there, and I think they're probably much rape them and take all their royalties, and then, drop them as fast as they pick them up and pick up the new artist the next month, whoever's hot next month. And so for us, we've been doing business for great live concert business for a while now without a label, and we've been our own label for quite some time. And so this deal that our management struck with Walmart, who really, between the big record stores now in America are like, Walmart, and then they're competing with like Target and Best Buy because there are no record stores anymore besides the internet. And so, we cut a great deal with Walmart. They really got behind us, and we ended up selling platinum and still selling with this record with a very, very good deal, much more lucrative than anything that we ever were offered from Sony or CBS.
What do you think about the new contracts with big record companies that must have economic share of the shows?
Yeah, I think that's terrible. And, I think it's a desperate move in their behalf to try to save their own asses. It certainly isn't to help the artist. And, the day and age of where the record company just comes in and does what they're supposed to do for their product to get out of there is obviously over. I don't think that they should be sharing in T-shirt sales or anything else that bands are selling at their concerts. Obviously, they want a piece of everything, and I don't see them doing anything in return for it.
Which is the main reason of the success of your new album and the tour?
Well, you know what? I think it's the band. It's the band, and it was a combination of, people need to be able to see your product. If they can't see it, they can't buy it. Obviously we made a good record. We made a great record with Arnel that everybody loved because we still have singles that we're yanking off the record and they keep climbing up the charts, one after another on this record. And so he's been accepted 100% by our audience, and that's a big help, that our audience loves Arnel. There's a huge Perry-based, Journey-based audience that's sitting out there that, expects that caliber of music and musicality and singing.
And talking about Arnel, which has been the reaction of him with all this hard work during the tour?
I think it's a big, giant sigh of relief. I think the first tour last year that he did was a very tough tour that he did. We started out in Europe, and, altogether, I believe it was like 5 months long, without a break. And there was a few, like 3 in a row, which is difficult for any singer. I don't care how good they are or how young they are, when you have to sing like Arnel has to sing every night. And so he more than passed the test. And the little run that we just did in Asia was a breeze, I think, for him. And, the touring is, I made sure that for his sake that, we're no longer going to do like 3 in a row except for maybe once in a year or something like that. And so it'll be more comfortable for everyone, and hopefully we'll have a lot of longevity with this band that is now together.
Which countries have you visited in this tour?
We started out in the Philippines. We went to Manila, where the concert was, and we rehearsed with Arnel. And then we flew over to Japan. And then we went to Macau, China. And then from Macau, China, flew back to the Philippines to go through customs. And then flew from Manila to Hawaii.
In what other projects have you been recently, Neal?
Well, you know what? I'm getting ready. I've been writing mostly for Journey and just really trying to think about Journey. But, it's been a long time since I've done anything solo-wise, like on the guitar side. And I've really never done a record that was really just, I was thinking a lot of my solo records, I was with a label that was a very soft label, higher octave, and it was pretty much of a new age label, so they didn't like anything too heavy, and they wanted everything to be very melodic and kind of soft. And so, I soon became really bored with that. I love playing that side of me, but also there's another side that of me that likes to get out in the Lamborghini and on the Harley-Davidson motorcycles,
Okay. Which new bands do you consider that have an interesting proposal, Neal?
I really haven't heard a whole lot of new stuff that really makes me turn around and go, wow, what is that? I do like the new U2 stuff, which is not a new band. I'm getting ready to check out this band. I just picked up the CD and haven't had a chance to stick it in yet, but Kings of Leon.
Mm-hmm.
And I sort of like this little band because they seem really diversified musically. Every one of their songs doesn't sound the same as Paramore.
Please describe to us a Journey's concert in Mexico. What can we expect
when
about?
You can expect whatever you expect. You're going to get that and more from every angle.
Okay, when will it be, this concert?
I think that management is talking to me about, I think next year.
Okay. Finally, Neal, can you say something to all your Mexican fans?
Hey, hello there, everybody in Mexico. This is Neal Schon from Journey. just wishing you the best for the summer, and hopefully we'll see you after the first of the new year, where I know that we're going to play some dates in South America, and we really want to play in Mexico again. We love it there. Love you. Have a great Christmas, New Year's, and we'll see you next year.
Okay, Neal, again, thank you very much. It's been a real pleasure to talk with you, to talk with one of the all-time guitar gods. Thank you very much.
You're too kind.
Thank you very much, Neal. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.